What's up, everyone? This is the live Blender Q&A and tutorial. What's up, guys? Welcome. This is a live Q&A and tutorial that we do every single weeknight. So if you have any Blender questions, you can feel free to ask it tonight, and I will answer it live, and then we will do a live tutorial. What's up, everyone? Welcome. Let me get everything situated over here. What's up, everyone? Where's everyone coming in from? Let me get this set up, guys. Again, this is a live Q&A. Good morning, sir. What's up, Brain? I thought it was Brian first, and then I thought it was Brain, and then I realized it was Brain. What's up, brother? Where's everyone coming in from? Hello. What's up, Snow Sam? Snow X Sam? Shh, to this guy. What's up, Stan? Morning. What's up? Morning. One Jess Roshia. What's up? Good morning. How is everyone? Guys, we are live on Twitter, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, and Facebook. India. He's dialing in from India. Awesome, man. I am from India as well. You guys, we should go have a mango lassi after. Puerto Rico. Cool. Belgium. Damn, we got people from all over. What's up, guys? Indonesia. Sweet. I want to go to Bali, man, so I'll definitely be going to Indonesia. Belgium. I don't think I've ever been to Belgium, but I should. It's Yash here from India. Okay, what's up, Yash? What's up, guys? Again, guys, this is a live Blender Q&A and tutorial. So if you have any questions regarding anything in Blender, you could ask it tonight. Hello, sunshines. I'll join a bit later because I'm doing some stuff. What's up, you fellow boy? Or I guess I should say, yo fellow boy. All right. Anyways, enough of that. Guys, join in the Zoom, especially if you're on Instagram. Join in the Zoom because on Instagram, you're only going to see a little bit of the screen. I'm from Taco Land, by the way. What is that, like Taco Bell? That's funny. Hey, tacos are good, man. Tacos are good. I can't argue there. By the way, guys, especially if you're on Instagram, join directly into the Zoom. Patches Flows says Blender. Absolutely, my friend. Guys, to join the Zoom, you don't have to talk or show your face. Just go to zoom.com, look at the pinned comment on Instagram, and just type in the ID 891-1925-4656, and you could join in directly on the Zoom. Again, you don't have to talk or show your face, but you'll be able to see full screen. By the way, guys, Mexico. Nice. By the way, guys, did you see this? Blender 4.1 is out. This is my first time. How often do you guys do this live? This is the one and only time. No, I'm kidding. We go live every single weeknight, my friend. So every weeknight. What's up, Karen? Karen's on Facebook. YouTube. What's up, Karen? Good to see you. We've missed you on the site, Karen. Yeah, so guys, we go live every single weeknight, same time, same place. All right. So with that, guys, this is the live Blender Q&A and tutorial. Once again, I posted the Zoom link. Feel free to join in the Zoom. You'll have a much better viewing experience. And with that, let's rock and roll. Guys, we are on Blender 4.1. Hopefully stuff doesn't crash or bugs. We'll see, I guess. We're going to do a live Q&A and tutorial. So let's kick it off. Does anyone have any questions in Blender regarding anything whatsoever? Again, it could be geometry nodes, shader nodes, compositing nodes, modeling, texturing, animating, how to delete the cube, how to add the cube. Again, there are no stupid questions, guys. There are no stupid questions. We all start at the same place. What's up, Yash? I am Brainstorm. Okay, awesome, brother. You're everywhere, man. There are no stupid questions. We all start in the same spot. Hi, Alex. Doing okay. That's awesome, Karen. Snowflake Animation. Cool name. Interesting name. What's up, Snowflake Animation? All right. So does anyone have any questions? Again, there are no stupid questions. It could be a question about what a particular node does, what a certain setting does, how to do something. And again, guys, if you're a brand new beginner, take the opportunity to ask questions. There are no stupid questions. We all start at the beginning. I know a lot of beginners sometimes they don't want to ask a question because they think it's a stupid question and people will be mad or something, but no, go for it. Like I said, we all start at the same level, guys. All right, let me check something over here. By the way, guys, like I said, we do this every single weeknight. And the official site is blendermania3d.com for the community. All right, let's see. I only know very basic Blender stuff, just trying to learn more as a hobby so I can develop cool image. I don't know how the nodes work exactly. Sure, we could get into some beginner node stuff. Let's do it. I think that's a great place to kind of do some stuff because a lot of people, especially beginners, move to Zoom. Awesome, Sugis. Made it. Thanks for the link. Karen's on Zoom too. Guys, jump on the Zoom. It's much better and easier. What's up, Sugis and Karen? All right, so we'll do that. I feel like a lot of people are overwhelmed by nodes because it seems very complicated. So let's do some beginner node things because Mindless Entertainment, cool name, says he only knows the basic Blender stuff, just trying to learn more as a hobby so I can develop cool image. I don't know how the nodes work exactly. So let's do some node stuff, shall we? And guys, before you click off, because I know when I mention nodes, people are like, okay, I'm out of here. Don't worry. I'm going to keep it very basic and simple. So here, we're just going to, I'm going to go ahead and add in, I'm going to add a plane right here. So go ahead. If you want to follow along, add a plane. And we're going to go to Material Preview. So just hit the Z key and select Material Preview right here. Again, this is going to be some beginner level node stuff. We're then going to change our timeline to the shader editor. And lastly, we're going to click on New to add a new node. To add a new node. Yeah, basically. By the way, guys, as I go along this, if you have any questions, for example, if I go over a node and you have questions like, what does this setting do? What does this do? Or how do I do X? Go ahead and ask it. This is an interactive Q&A. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask because that's the whole point of this. There's no point for me to teach something if people are pretending to understand it. All right, so in this one, I'm not going to go over the principled BSDF because we've done that before and also it's quite intense. But basically right here, we have the principled BSDF. And also, if someone is wondering how to make a particular kind of texture, like if you're wondering how to make wood or like, I don't know, some chips texture or a tortilla texture for your tacos, whatever, feel free to ask that and I could kind of make a particular texture as well. So right here we have the base color. Obviously, the base color is going to change the color of our mesh. Now it's very boring. So usually what you want to do out of the base color, or in the base color, I should say, what's up, Ab? You want to plug in usually a texture. If we hit Shift A and go to texture, you can see that we have a bunch of different textures right here. Now, what I recommend is just adding whichever ones you want and kind of messing around with them. But one of the most popular is the noise texture. So right here, I'm going to add a noise texture, as you can see right there. And we're just going to plug the color into the base color. And now this noise texture is going to go ahead and it's going to basically give the pattern on our mesh. Pretty cool. Now, if we want to control the texture of this a little bit more, because right now it's just giving this kind of random rainbow color, we could use a color ramp. And right here, instead of the color, let's plug the factor into the base color. Now, guys, a factor is just a value that goes from 0 all the way to 1. That's all that a factor is. So right here, the noise texture is outputting a value from 0 to 1. Now, a value of 0 is going to be black, so a black color. And a value of 1 is going to be white, so a white color. And then obviously 0.5 is going to be a grayish color. Like a digital system, Yash says. I'm not sure what you were referring to, but exactly. Well, nodes are like a digital system. What are you explaining right now? I'm covering some basics of nodes. I was about to ask what FAC is. This is awesome. Yeah, so FAC is short for factor. So FAC, and great question. Because again, guys, it's important to understand this because FAC is the same thing. It's short for factor. And again, a factor is a value between a value that goes from 0 to 1, where 0 is black and white is 1. All right, so here we have the factor plugged into here. So as you can see, we have colors between 0, that's black, and 1, which is white. So we have a mixture of all those colors. Then we're going to add a color ramp. Once again, guys, if you want to see better, join in the Zoom. What's up, Didar on Zoom? What's up, brother? Zoom is the place to be. Zoom is the place to be. Jeez. So here we're going to add a color ramp after the noise texture. Now, the color ramp, as you can see, when I add the color ramp, it doesn't do anything. And that's because we haven't changed any of the settings. Now, a color ramp, as you can see, has a ramp right here. And we have a black color and a white color right here. And you can see that right here, this also goes from 0 right here. Because again, remember guys, 0 is black. So right here, this is black or 0. And it goes to 1 or white. You could also see that right here, this black color is a value of 0. And this white color is a value of 1. And you know that it's going from 0 to 1 as well. This is kind of the same thing as a factor. It's going from 0 to 1 because you can see that the position of this stop is at 0. As you can see from the position right here, if I move it, it's at 0. And this white one is at a position of 1. So this also goes from 0 to 1. So now what we're able to do, and again, it's the same exact thing. Right now, there's no difference. So if I select the node, and by the way, the M key, 0 is reflect. 0, I'm assuming you're talking about roughness and reflection. Yes, if you were to plug this into the roughness, 0 would be completely reflective and no roughness. Good question. So right here, if we mute the color ramp, you can see there's no difference. But if I bring this slider up, you can see that I'm getting more black tones in this image or in our noise. And that's because now, instead of it going from 0 to 1, you can see that the position of this slider is at like 0.4. So it's going from 0.4 to 1. And you could see visually on our color ramp that we have more black in here. Because if I bring it down, you can see there's less black here because we have less black on the color ramp. If I bring it up, there's more black here, so there's going to be more black on our plane. Pretty cool. Can you show an example for cinematic lighting or importance of lighting general? Yeah, I could do that after. I like ramps. What's up, Shannon? It is the landing that hurts. What's up, brother? So right here, you could see that we have this color ramp. Pretty cool. So if we bring this white slider down as well, we could kind of contrast this right here, and we could contrast it like so. So now you can see it's contrasting the black and white. Same on the alpha black, sometimes becomes transparent. Yeah, so again, good question. So Karen is asking, same on the alpha black becomes transparent. So right here, this is just a mask. So once again, guys, black is a value of 0. White is a value of 1. So right here, if I remove this from the base color, let's just put this, I'm going to put this to blue right here. And again, if I Control Shift left click this to preview it, you could see that, again, black is 0, white is 1. So right here on our principled BSDF, we have a roughness, which again, guys, check this out. Remember, the factor goes from 0 to 1. Well, look at the roughness. It also goes from 0 to 1. So right here, a roughness of 0, our plane is completely reflective. As you can see right there, we have reflections. There is no roughness. And at a roughness of 1, it is completely rough and there is no reflections. So right here, if we want to control this in a more intuitive way, instead of just putting it to 0 and 1, once again, guys, remember, black is a value of 0 and white is a value of 1. So if we plug this into the roughness, wherever it's black, it's going to be a roughness of 0 or reflective. And wherever it's white, it's going to be a roughness of 1 and not reflective. So now you can see we get this effect right here. How awesome is that? And as Karen was asking, it's the same thing for transparency. So for example, if I remove this from the roughness, again, you can see that the alpha on the principled BSDF, which is how transparent it is it goes from 1 to 0. Now, right here, for this to work, let me just go to cycles. Actually, let me go over here. For transparent stuff to work in Eevee, you need to go to the settings. So settings over here, you need to turn on screen space. Let me see. I need to turn on. Let me change this to alpha hashed. And there we go. All right. So once again, alpha of 0 is transparent. Alpha of 1 is opaque. So once again, guys, look at the alpha. It's the same as a factor. It goes from 0 to 1, where 0 is transparent and 1 is not transparent. So once again, on this image or on this texture, anything that is black is 0, so it's going to be transparent. Anything that is white is not transparent, or a value of 1. So if we plug this in here, you can see that here we get exactly that once it updates in 5 hours. There we go. And now we have the black parts transparent and the rest, which is not transparent. How awesome is that? So yes, Karen, it's the same thing for the alpha as well. What's up, guys? Anyone new joining? We are doing a live Blender Q&A and tutorial for Blender. And right now we're going over some basics of nodes. So there we go. So guys, you could plug in any texture into here. For example, if I delete the noise texture, if I drag out of the factor, I could go ahead and plug in a, let's say, a brick texture. And right here, I now have some bricks, as you can see right there. So I could have some bricks. And you can see that obviously on the bricks, the mortar right here is black. So that's going to be, for example, on the bricks, maybe you want the mortar to not be reflective and the bricks to be reflective. So we could take this and plug it into the roughness. And once again, you could see that right here, we have it inverted because right now it's black. So it's going to be reflective here and not reflective here. So we could click this little drop down and select flip color ramp. And now it inverts it. So now you can see that the bricks are reflective, but the mortar in between is not. Does anyone have questions? Any questions? Listen, the dude on Insta, the black slider is showing the depth of surface, white and knee is the height, which is controlled by the slider. I'm not sure what you mean, Yash. Listen, the dude on Insta, the black slider is showing the depth of surface while and he is the height. Does anyone have any questions? My microphone keeps freaking falling. Anyone have any questions about what we just went over? Hi, how is it possible to work on two parts of the object simultaneously? So before I get to that, the person who was asking about some basics of nodes, does that kind of help, or was there something else? So right now, for the person or anyone else who wants to mess around with nodes, just go ahead and hit Shift-A, go to texture, and just add the different texture nodes and just plug them into the color ramp and see what they do and just mess around with them. And that way you could get a better feel for them. All right. So with that, yeah, I'll get to the lighting here, Ab. So Ab was asking how to do cinematic lighting or importance of lighting in general. For sure, brother. And then I'll get to your question, Martin, on how is it possible to work on two parts of the object simultaneously. All right, guys, give me a second. Let me sit down and lower my desk because I've been standing up this whole time. Give me a second. And my mic keeps falling and my hand is uncomfortable. All right. All right. So with that, so right here, first cinematic lighting, a lot goes into cinematic lighting. But the first thing, so again, Ab's question is for lighting, the importance of lighting, cinematic lighting, and the importance of lighting in general. So let's get into that. So right here, again, guys, lighting, there's a lot of lighting tips and tricks and a lot that you could get into. However, as far as a basic lighting setup that I like to do is, first of all, if you want to render a more realistic scene, make sure to be in cycles because cycles will render out more realistic renders. So in cycles right here. The next thing is I like to change. Right here, we now have a sunlight with a value of 4. Let me go ahead and add a plane right here. So sunlight with a value of 4. Then the most important thing is you want environment, or now this could come in two forms. You could have again, guys, I'm going over a lighting setup. And in the shader editor, out of the base color, we actually not the base color. We want to change the shader. Once again, there's a lot you could do with it. We could change the background strength to make it more or less intense for the overall lighting. I put this around 0.5 or so. Change the sun size, which is sun right there, as you could see right here. We could change intensity. You can see what the sun size is. Elevation. That's usually how I like to set it up. Now, Let me know, guys, on Instagram and YouTube if the stream is lagging. Let me know. Guys on Instagram or YouTube, is it lagging or? I mean, half the people are on Zoom, but yeah, I don't want it to be lagging either. Let me know if it stops lagging. And then right here, for some more cinematic or environmental lighting, then it comes down to kind of the environment, especially. I'm gonna try to not use Zoom at all and just stream to the different platforms. Right here, we're gonna get a principled volume, and because obviously a lot of times you'll have dust or kind of environmental fog or dust or whatever in your scene. Another thing I like to add for environmental lighting. Thanks, Martin, for the follow. Another thing I like to add for environmental lighting is dust particles. And of course, you're going to have certain lights that comes from your actual. So, for example, obviously, you know, if you have a house here, let me just add two. So it's all about every little thing. I'm back. What am I seeing? We're just going tips and tricks. So every little thing to your scene. So you want the sun lamp, you want the HDRI or the sky texture, and then some dust or fog, some particles in your scene, some direct lamps for however your scene is. For example, if you have a car in your scene, obviously you want some headlights lighting the scene. If you have a bedroom, then obviously you want some, night lights or lights on the ceiling lighting your scene. Brother, I believe your audio is cutting. Might just be me, but I don't know. No, it seems to be cutting for everyone, my friend. Let me try. Voice is lagging here too, Yakupa says on YouTube. Let me try something, guys, quickly. I'm going to try to end the Zoom, and I'm just going to stream on the socials. So everyone who's on Zoom, go to YouTube or Instagram or Kick or Twitch or Facebook group. YouTube is probably better than Instagram because you'll see it in full screen. But go to any of those, guys. I'm going to post a link for the YouTube on the Zoom right here. Because if we're lagging, it's no bueno. So let me put it in the chat. It's fine on Zoom. No, I know it's fine on Zoom, but the Zoom might be lagging everything else. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to try to end the Zoom and just have it on there. So everyone on Zoom, head to YouTube. Again, Blender Mania on YouTube. It's live there. I'm going to try to stop the Zoom and see if that helps. Let's see. All right, let me end the Zoom. All right. Let me know, guys, on Instagram and YouTube if it's better now. It fixed itself. Never mind. Well, yeah, but it shouldn't be lagging in the first place. Let me know, guys, if it seems to be smoother from now on or if it's still kind of lagging. So let me know. All right. So over here, what is happening with my Instagram? All right. So hopefully that answers your question regarding lighting. Again, it's every little thing adds to it. So there's not like one trick. Uh, what in the world is happening here? All right. Does anyone have any other questions? I know someone had a question about working on multiple things at once. Hello, Yellowtail, Yellow Boy, ya fellow boy on YouTube. What's up, brother? For some reason, I'm not able to get to my Instagram. Hold on, guys. Let me go back to my Instagram live. I don't know what's happening. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, guys. Does anyone have any other questions regarding anything in Blender? A very nice cube. You're dang right. Spent hours on this cube. All right. Any questions, guys? And I don't see any of the previous questions on Instagram because I had to close it and reopen it. All right. So any questions regarding anything in Blender? And then we're gonna get into live tutorial, guys. We're gonna take a look at sculpting in Blender. This week is gonna be a sculpting series, so we're gonna get all in sculpting. We're gonna kick it off tonight with the sculpting. All right. Does anyone have any questions? Can you explain how to start making a character? Just the basic stuff. Can I okay, sure. So, Antonio on YouTube is asking, "Can you explain how to start making a character? Just the basic stuff." For sure, brother. So, let's get into it. So, as far as making a character, the basic stuff, let's do it. So, first thing is, like I mentioned before, by the way, guys, am I still live on Instagram? I keep forgetting. Let me see. It should be good, but it seems like yeah, okay, I think we're good. Alright, so as far as making a character, I always recommend having reference images first with loop cuts because it helps when you're first learning how to make characters, it helps to have loop cuts that are shown in the reference image. So, for example, here, I'm gonna hit Shift A, add an image reference, and I'm gonna get a character image reference that I have. So right here, let me go to my courses right here and right here. So I'm gonna get the front view. So you can see right here, I have a front view of a character, and once again, it shows it as a grid, so I can see what the major loops and everything are, as you can see right there. So I have this image, and then in side view, I want to go ahead and add in a side view reference image as well. Now this one's facing backwards, so I'm gonna hit SX or SY -1 and flip it. What's up, guys? I'm going over the basics of creating a character. Again, there are many ways to go about it, but this is a more technical way in a way. So right here, obviously, so first tip, guys, have reference images. If you can, get a reference image that shows the major loops. That will be great help, especially if you're starting out. Next, obviously, a character is symmetrical, so we want to have a mirror modifier. So I'm just gonna hit Shift A and add a plane and rotate it 90 degrees, and let's just go ahead and start making the face here. So in edit mode, I'm gonna scale this down. I'm gonna place this in the middle of the face right here and kinda scale it down. And in fact, Since we're making the face, let me delete these images, and instead, I'm gonna get my face reference images. So image, reference. What's up, guys? This is a live Q&A and tutorial. So right here, I have front view head. So right there, let me scale this plane back up. So right here, I'm gonna put this in there, and let me get my side view head. So side view head right there. So once again, guys, first tip, making a character, get reference images, hopefully, or try to get reference images with the major loops shown. And you want at least a front and side view. Then right here, once again, a character is symmetrical. So we're just going to hit Control R, add a loop cut on the plane, and delete half of this side of the plane. And we're going to add a mirror modifier. So mirror right here. Hi, I'm new. What's up, GB? You're not new. GB's on Twitch. What's up, brother? All right. So with that, check server chat for the body posture. Server chat for the body posture. I'm not sure what that means, but maybe it's a resource. All right. So now that we have this, again, guys, as you can see, again, first tip, get reference images with loop cuts. Second is add a plane with a mirror modifier. Next, all we want to do is basically make the major loops. So you can see the blue, red, and green loops are the major loops. So here, what I'm going to do is let me turn on clipping on here, and I'm going to scale this down. I'm going to turn on uh, X-ray with Alt-Z. So Alt-Z toggles X-ray. And let me place this right here. And all I'm going to do is align this like so in front view. And let me move it a little bit over. So I'm going to align it like so. And in side view, obviously you can see that it's all the way here. So in side view, I'm going to go ahead and bring this all the way to the front. And right here, let me position this right here. And then all you have to do, it's kind of like drawing over the line. So right here, I could take this edge and bring it here. Then if I go ahead and switch it, by the way, these images are not aligned. So of course you want to make sure that your images are aligned in front and side view. So right here, all I'm going to do is select these vertices, and in front view, I have a problem when I do automatic weights and my character and bones are not connected. Bone heat weighting failed to find solution for one or more bones. I think the issue, my friend, is that you have doubles. So try selecting all the vertices in edit mode, hit the M key, and merge by distance and remove the doubles. That will create bone weighting issues. Yukapa says it's a reference image. Okay, awesome. So right here, I'm going to take these edges or vertices, and I'm going to extrude them to right here. And then in side view, I'm also going to align them to right here. And then, for example, I could take this in side view and extrude it to here. And then I need to make sure to go into front view and bring it to right here. So as you can see, I'm just tracing out the outline. Again, in front view, I extrude once, and then in side view, I align it. In side view, I extrude once, align it, and then make sure to go into front view and align it from front view. And guys, you're gonna see how fast it can be to make a face. Unfortunately, I tried that method, but it didn't work either. Uh, Atabek, if you wanna share your .blend on blendermania3d.com, I can take a look at it after and see what the issue is. I'm aware of the landscape add-on, but what if I wanted greenery on that landscape, like trees and shrubs? I have to leave now, and I'll watch the recording later. For sure, man, I could ask that. I could answer that in a bit. So guys, right here, we're seeing how to basically the basics of modeling. So right here, let me just go ahead, no pun intended. I'm going to continue this right here, go into side view, align this right here, select that, extrude it, align it right here, and align it right here, and then extrude it all the way, and in side view, bring it out here. So now you can see that we have this right here, and it's properly extruded on the front and the sides. Pretty cool. Now, like I said, it's actually much easier to model a face than you think because all we need is the major loops. So, for example, for the eyes, let's select this face here, and for the eyes, for example, you can see that these right here are connected. So I could just hit the E key, extrude this out here, and of course, in side view, making sure that they are properly positioned right here. And then in front view, all I'm gonna do is select this, and I'm gonna extrude this out like so. Let me hit Alt Z, and I'm just going to extrude this and align it like so. So just extruding it for each of these edges, as you could see it right there. Now, of course, you could add a circle as well, but I'm also trying to keep all the geometry, uh, the same size and the same amount of vertices. So right here, like that, extrude it, rotate it, extrude, rotate, and like that. You could also control right click, which will extrude it wherever you click, which is really cool. So control right click. And then right here to join the end, just select the opposing edges, F key to fill. So now you can see we have that. However, and how would someone identify those major loops from just a reference without those loops being pointed out? Great question, my friend. So if you go to Google Images actually, and on Google Images, you could type in let me type it in. So on Google Images, you can put 3D character with major loop. So literally in Google Images, I'm just putting in 3D character with major loops, and there's a bunch of images that shows the major loops the with the coloring. So it will show the colorings, but the major loops, because that is a great question, the major loops are usually the ones around the eyes, a major loop that goes from the nose to the jaw or chin area, one around the mouth, and then one that surrounds the head right here. Now it differs on the artist and on the model as well. You may have more, you may have less, and you may have them slightly different, but that's usually the major loops. Again, the eyes is always a major loop, from the nose to the chin or the jaw is a major loop, around the lips and around the head. Those are the usual major loops. And again, they might be slightly different, and some people will have it set up slightly different. But now if I go into side view, and great question, man. If I go into side view, you can see that the eye right here is not aligned to here. So what I could do is I could select just this edge right here and turn on proportional editing with the O key, and I could grab this and bring it back with proportional editing and kind of bring this back, and I could hit R and Z and rotate this forward, outwards like so, and kind of align it like that. And then I could go in here more manually and kind of adjust what needs to be adjusted, as you can see right there. So right here, I could then adjust this like so, so like that, and I could go to edge select mode. I think I selected the wrong edges there. So right here, I could go ahead and do that. Over here, I could select these right here, kind of bring these in, bring this in right here. Again, as you could see, it's kind of like a puzzle. It's actually quite fun to do. But I always recommend people to have a reference image because without one, it makes it quite tricky to do this, especially if you're just starting out. So right here and right here. So again, I'm just adjusting these to the uh, edges and vertices in side view. So like that. But yeah, again, if you need the major loops, just go to Google Images and type in character, 3D character with major loops, and you'll find one right there. So there we go. And then you can see that right here, it's a little bit messed up. Actually, it's a lot messed up. So I don't know what happened here. Demolition happened. I think with the proportional editing, I kind of messed up. I did it incorrectly. But right here, let me go ahead, adjust this. So right here, yeah, I definitely kind of destroyed his face because I did it in a not clean way for sure. All right. So here, once we have the setup like that, so now we have the eyes, as you can see right there. Okay, and if you don't mind me asking, could you make a face from a cube? I'm asking this because most tutorials subdivide it and model the face doing so. Yeah, making a face from a cube is not the best way to go about it. You could do it, but it's not going to be the cleanest way. Unless you know what you're doing. Like, if you know what you're doing, you absolutely can. But it's going to it can turn out very messy very fast. That's the issue. So, right here, I think I'm missing a loop right here or something. Let's see. So, yeah, you could do it from a cube, but again, it could be very messy very fast because it's, whatchamacallit, a lot of people just subdivide it, and then they have loops everywhere, and it's just a mess. So right here, where am I missing a loop? I think yeah, I'll figure it out where I'm missing the loop. But once you have the eyes right here, as you can see, then we just need, for example guys, we're almost done. Watch how fast this comes together. So right here, I'm gonna do the face loop around here. So I'm gonna select this, Shift D, duplicate it, put it up here, and the issue might be that I didn't properly align my images because you do want to properly scale the images and align them so that, they are matching, and that might be an issue that, what I'm having here. But you can see that right here. Let me do this quickly because you're gonna see how fast this can come together. So right here, I'm gonna extrude this to right here, and side view, bring it down. Again, extrude this to right here, make it a little neater, right here. And guys, once you got the by the way, once you've done this a couple of times, it becomes really easy because you kind of know how the major loops are, etc. So as you can see right here, my images aren't aligning properly. So you want to make sure to align the images properly to begin with. But since I didn't do that to begin with, I'm not going to bother about it. Obviously, you want to make sure that they align properly. But right here, I'm going to control right click and extrude this to here and here. Again, guys, I'm doing a quick job right here because I don't want to spend hours on it, but you're going to be able to see exactly what happens. So right here, right here, right here. So those are kind of good in front view. And right here, and these need to be brought in some more. So right there, and then right here, and then right here. Again, I'm control left click or control right clicking to add the loops. So right here, and extrude that one, get down to right here, go into side view, and extrude it here, and extrude it right there. All right, so now we basically have this right here, as you can see. So now it's really quite easy to kind of connect everything because right now we have all the major loops except for the lips, but, for the lips in fact, for the lips, it's quite easy. We could just select these edges right here and just hit the E key and extrude these in a little bit and start to kinda shape the lips right here. So just like so, and then, of course, in side view, kind of adjust it like so, and let me just get this last major loop, and then right here, I'm just gonna hit the E key, extrude this out, and bring this here, extrude this out here, scale it down, and extrude it out finally to there. And of course, we need to adjust these in side view. So like that. All right, very cool. So now that we have the major loop, guys, and let me see if anyone has any questions or not. Let me see. So would you consider this a beginner-friendly approach to it, or would you recommend doing something else for someone with no much experience in Blender modeling? Um, I mean, yeah, the if you have the reference images with the loops, yeah, this is definitely it can be definitely be beginner friendly because you're just tracing over the image. As you can see, there's not really much I had to think about. I'm literally just tracing over the image. So, in a way, it is beginner friendly and it gives you proper topology. So, now that we got this, we could easily fill up the rest of the face. So, again, we have all the major loops. I mean, we still need the neck, but that's fine. I'm not doing everything here. So now we could just fill everything up. So, for example, there's some cool tools we can use. For example, if I select this edge right here, and over here, I hit the E key and extrude this out to here, and then extrude it out again to here. I could then Alt left click this loop right here and go to face and grid fill right here. Actually, that one doesn't work, so I think let's see. Well, that one didn't work. So there's other ways we could do it as well. So right here, for example, I'm just gonna hit the F key, fill that, and then right here we can hit Control R, add loop cut right here, and then just select these and hit the F key and fill those. I'll use the grid fill somewhere else because that one wasn't working. Then right here for the eyes, for example, we could Alt left click the eyes, E to extrude, right click and scale it in like so, and in side view, bring it in, and then once again, E to extrude. Of course, you'd have to, kinda smooth this out, but right here in fact, I could probably just right click, smooth vertices smooth vertices, and kinda smooth it out. E key, extrude again, S key, scale it in, and in side view, bring it in, like so. And then over here uh, for this area right here, you can see that this vertex and this one need to be together. So I could select both of them, M key, and merge them at center. And then right here, we could do a grid fill. So for example, right here, we have 1, 1, dang it, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. So for example, if I select both of these, hit the F key. Basically, for a grid fill, you need it to line up. So right here, we have 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, and 1 here. And then we have 2 right here and only 1 right here, so we need to add another loop cut right here. And if I Alt left click it, go to edge and grid fill or sorry, face grid fill, connecting edge loops overlap. Let me see. Oh, that's one. Let me connect this over here, hold on. Let me connect these right here. Let me connect these because it selected all of those as well. There we go. Alright. Take 4 or 3, I guess. Alt left click, face, grid fill, finally, and there we go. And then we could just go ahead and continue doing this. So right here we have 1, 1, 1, 1 right here. We can see that this is gonna connect to this, F key to fill, add loop cut here, Alt left click here, face, grid fill. And just like that, you can see that we're starting to get the face of a human. Now, again, guys, I'm not going that fast, but I'm going relatively fast on this. You can see right here, we could probably grid fill this whole thing. So Alt left click, face, grid fill. That didn't work. Let me connect these first, and maybe there's not the same amount. 1, 2. I need to add a loop right there. Select these, face, grid fill. There we go. And then right here, I can select these edges here and Alt S and kind of bring them out a little bit for the forehead. So you can see, guys, that creating a face, once you have the major loops, is really easy because you just create the major loop and then you fill in the rest very, very easily. So as you can see right there. Does anyone have any questions regarding what I just went over? Regarding, modeling a face for a human? Okay, gotta go for now. I'll be back. I'll be back. Alright, see you, Antonio. And then, guys, it's the same thing for the rest of the body, for the ears, for everything. You just create the major loops and then fill those in. And then, for example, here on the nose, we could just go ahead and select this face, extrude this out to here, and obviously inside view, you could adjust it to there, extrude it out to here, and let me go into front view, kind of rotate it, scale it down a little bit, extrude it to here. We're gonna get the middle portion of the nose, extrude it to here. You can see how much reference images helps, guys, because without the reference image, especially if you're brand new, it definitely makes it a lot trickier. And right here, so right here, and then right here, and right here, these are gonna connect like so. And then right here, we just need to basically create all of this right here as well. I wanna create someone who love me. Yummy Beer says, "Hey, too freely Jude, cool default cube, man. I can see you're committed." Very cool. And then, right here, again, for the nose, just kinda continue with the structure right here. So, right here, we can go ahead and just extrude that out. By the way, guys, another cool, tool or add-on, if we go to Edit, Preferences, enable the Mesh F2 add-on right here. You can see here that I could select a corner vertex and hit the F key, and it will automatically extrude it out wherever my mouse is. So then I could just go ahead and select this, F key, that was an F key, kind of extrude it out, although that's not the kind of, uh, loop I want. But yeah, extra the Mesh F2 add-on is great. So right here, we could kind of, again, block out the nose right here and just start to connect everything. It really is, pretty simple, especially when you have, the reference images lined up, which kind of gives you everything. Right here, this is a triangle, which I don't want. So right here, let me connect that like that. And again, guys, you could spend a little more time on it, etc. But you could see that it really starts to kind of fill out nicely. So there you go. That is pretty much it for creating a character. And then you just need to do the same thing for the rest of the body. I make it sound easy, but hey, dude, saying hi from Indonesia. What's up, brother? Hi from Indonesia. I make it sound easy, but it really is pretty easy, guys. It's not as hard as you may think. Now, right here, I'm just kind of adding additional loops that might not be in the reference image, just to kind of wrap it up and connect everything. Let me see. Is this a triangle? One, two, three, four. So kind of adjusting things, etc. So, and as you can see, obviously, it looks terrible right now, as you can see right there. But that is the basic process. And then once you refine it, obviously, you gotta spend some more time on it, but I'll show you the final character that came out of this. So right here, if I go to my, where is it? Where is it? Uh, animated short. There's a whole animated short that was made with this character. So right here, let me open it. You can see I have 168 dot blends from this file. And again, guys, don't be discouraged. Like when you start to model it and it looks like this, don't worry because that's kind of the process that it goes through. That's the same kind of look that this guy went through as well. And then right here, let me hide this. This is a whole animated short that I made. Let me go over here. So you can see here, I used the same exact process to create this character, his clothing, etc. 5 hours later, where could I find the face reference images? If you go to google.com, you could type in 3D model with major loops, and you'll find some images that have the major loops. Hi, bro. What's up, Manohar? So again, just go to google.com and search 3D model with major loops, and there's a bunch of images there with the major loops. Right here, once this loads in 5 hours. By the way, guys, we're about to do the live tutorial. By the way, guys, quick other question. How is the YouTube and Instagram? Is it lagging or is it better? Is it lagging or better? We're about to get into the live tutorial. The live tutorial is gonna be on sculpting, guys, and we're gonna start the series. It's gonna be basic sculpting, and we're gonna get into some more detailed stuff. It's gonna be cool. Alright. Why am I Alright, I don't know why this thing is taking so long to load, honestly. Alright, guys, so did I press something? Did something happen? For some reason, material preview gives me more issues than rendered viewport shading mode. I don't know what happened. Your tutorial is amazing, man. I learned a lot from you, even though I still need more practice with Blender. It's already 1 week that I learned how to use Blender, and I still find that it is hard. Dude, that's awesome. Just keep it up. One week is 1 week. You'll have it in no time, man. 1 week is yeah, 1 week, and if you're already doing the tutorials and everything, that's a good start, man. Don't worry. In a month or something, you'll have everything down to a T, or at least all the basics. Um, where did his eyes go? He has no eyes, guys. All right, I don't know where his eyes went. I think I hid them, but that's besides the point. He has no eyes. Let's not focus on that. The point is, you can see that this whole character was made using that same exact technique. And you can see that right here. If I go into solid view over here, you can see that here, if I zoom in to his face, you can see that I have those same exact major loops and everything. And obviously this character has been completely rigged and animated, etc., as you can see right there. So it's pretty fun once you get a character, fully rig it and everything. As you can see, we have the full rig, and again, quite a bit of fun. So with that, thanks, man. Love your tutorial. Anytime. Juan was weak. Juan was weak. Man, you gotta change your username, man. You gotta put Sean was strong. All right, guys. Let's do a weird, a weird, a weird pose. All right, cool. All right, guys, we're gonna get into the tutorial now. This is going to be a live tutorial. We're gonna do some sculpting. So if you've never done sculpting, now is the perfect time. We're gonna get into the basics of sculpting, and this is gonna be a series. So we're gonna do this throughout the week on all the lives. We'll do a little bit more, but in this one, we're gonna block out a simple sculpted face of a monster, and then we will go ahead and, every every weeknight, we will kind of tweak it and give it more to it. Alright, anyways, I have no idea what I'm doing here. So, go to a new scene, guys. So go to a brand new scene. Alright, let's rock and roll, guys. Again, this is gonna be a sculpting tutorial. By the way, guys, the official the official site for this community is blendermania3d.com. So if you ever need help later, or if you want a coupon for a course, or if you wanna message me, or if you wanna share your work, blendermania3d.com is the official site. Alright, so for sculpting, right here, we're gonna just use the default cube. There's many ways to go about sculpting. You could model out a quick, kind of base model to sculpt on, but we're gonna keep it simple. We're just gonna start with the default cube. On the default cube, we're gonna hit Control 3. This is going to let me turn off my, give me a second. It's gonna add a subdivision surface level of 3. Let me turn off my, where is it? Viewport, subdivisions, GPU subdivisions. There we go. So Control 3 is gonna add a subsurface level of 3. We then want to go to the modifiers, and we're going to apply this subsurface modifier. So just apply it. So now with the sculpt, you could start with a base mesh with no geometry or little geometry, or you could have a little bit more geometry. Now, since we're making like a monster face, I kind of want it rounded with a little bit more geometry to begin with. So now we're gonna hit Control Tab, and go to Sculpt mode right here. So in Sculpt mode, we have our brushes on the left side. We can hit the T key, which will close and open the brushes or the tool shelf. If we go and get our double-sided arrow right here or hover over this, we could expand it to see the names of the brushes. Very cool. We could see our settings for sculpting under the tool option right here. Under the tools, you can see we have all our different settings for sculpting, and also up here, top menu bar. Now right here, one of the settings we want to enable is dynamic topology or Dyn Topo. If we click this little box and click OK, it will enable dynamic topology. What dynamic topology does is it dynamically adds geometry as you sculpt. So here, if I go into wireframe, and if I start to sculpt on here, you can see it's adding geometry depending on how close or far I am on the mesh, as you can see right there. So once again, it dynamically adds geometry. The detail level that's added is based off if you go over here to the tools under dynamic topology, you can see we have a detail size. The higher the size, the less dense it will be or the less geometry you will have, and the lower you put it, the more geometry you will have. Also, depending on how close or far you are, it will add more or less geometry as you could see. Alright, let me just hit Control Z and kind of reset this. So right here, the next option that we want to enable is mirror. So right here we have X, Y, and Z mirror. Let's enable the X mirror. So that now, if we have the draw brush, you can see we could draw and it will mirror. Pretty cool. Let me hit Control Z. Alright, the next two options, and guys, we're almost done. We're keeping it simple. We will expand later, or tomorrow, I should say. So the next option is the radius up here. This will change the radius of your brush, as you can see. The shortcut key for this is the F key. If you hit the F key, you could change the radius of your brush, just like that. Then we have the strength. This will change the strength of your brush. The shortcut key for this is Shift F. So this will change the strength of your brush. So again, radius, which is the F key, strength, which is Shift F, and then right here we have plus or negative. This is whether it will add or subtract from the mesh. Right now it's set to add, so it does this. If we set it to subtract, it will do this right here. Now, if we wanna quickly switch to subtract, we could just leave it on the addition, and when we left click, it will add it, but then if we hold down control, it will switch it to the opposite. So we could just hold down control to subtract it. So now in front view, all we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna draw out the base, or basically we want to sculpt out a simple uh, block out of a creature face. So here, all I'm gonna do is hold down control and block out some eyes right here. Hold down control, block out a mouth. So right here, like that. And now we have a very simple block out like this. And then we can go ahead and block it out a little bit more. If I zoom in, I'll have more detail. So right here, I could kind of give it a nose. Maybe I could increase the strength. Again, guys, it doesn't have to be the exact same as me. So right here, I could give it a little bit of a nose, maybe a little bit of some eyebrows right here. If we hold down shift and click, it will smooth it. So again, shift and click will smooth it out. So right here, I kind of want this kind of shape right here and like that. And then right here, maybe with the nostrils, kind of increase that a little bit. Uh, at the bottom of the nose for the nostrils, we're going to hold down control and invert this right here for some nostrils. And then maybe around the bottom of the eye, I'm going to, again, I'm just blocking it out here, guys. Reporting in. What's up, Machimura? Machimura. Guys, I'm just blocking it out. So yes, it's gonna look pretty terrible. So right here, just like that, maybe I wanna hold down control and invert this so he has like a kind of like a 2 noses or something. So something like that. And then around the lips, maybe give it a little bit more of some lips right there and kind of indent the corners of the mouth like so. And that is literally all we're gonna do for tonight. Tomorrow we will or not tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a live contest, but on Thursday, we will continue with the sculpting, and we're gonna take a look at the other brushes, what they do, and how to use them, and we're gonna continue expanding on this until we have an awesome sculpt. So go ahead and save this file, save as, and again, you can make it look however you want, but don't get too complex with it because we'll be doing that in the future videos. So right here, I'm just gonna save it. So let me save it over here. Um, Mastermind right there. What's the date today? The 26th, 3/26 24. And there we go. Save as sculpt 1 and save it. By the way, guys, if it looks terrible, it's fine. Again, the sculpts always go through this process. I'll show you what it looks like maybe 3 videos in. So again, this is the shorts for today and tomorrow and after tomorrow as well. But you can see that right here. If I go to maybe you can see it right here. Let me so right here, this is the first rendition right here. Then tomorrow we will sculpt it out a little bit more, or on Thursday, and we will get to something like this. And then we'll sculpt it out even more and get to something like this right here. So something like that. And then we'll sculpt it out even more, and then even more, add some scales, and then we'll even texture it, add some eyes, etc., add some teeth, and we will sculpt it until we got a bunch of detail on it. But as you can see, the sculpts start out very rough, and then you refine them one step at a time. It's just like anything in Blender. So there you go. Does anyone have any questions on sculpting or what I just went over on the tutorial? Anyone have any questions regarding the sculpting or what I went over? By the way, guys, the recording of this will be on YouTube, so just go to my YouTube, Blender Mania on YouTube, and you will see, the recording there. Does anyone have any questions regarding sculpting? If not, we will end off here. By the way, guys, like I said, the official site for the community is blendermania3d.com. So blendermania3d.com. So right there, blendermania3d.com. If you guys ever need help or have questions, just reach out to me there. All right, guys, we are going to end off for tonight. Tomorrow evening, same time, we have a live contest. Tomorrow is our live contest night. Feel free to be a participant or a viewer. And then Thursday, we will continue the live tutorial and Q&A. So with that, guys, I'm going to head to the gym, get my workout in, and hope everyone has a great evening, night, morning, wherever, whatever time it is where you're dialing in from. Again, if you want to reach out to me, blendermedia3d.com, guys. Karen says, what does Karen say? Bye, Alex. Good seeing you. Good seeing you too, Karen. It's good to have you. We hope to see you on the site. And yeah, by the way, Karen, well, I was gonna say Blender conference is in like 19 days in LA, but the tickets are sold out. But maybe we could find you a ticket somewhere. I don't know if you want to go. All right, guys. So with that, by the way, quick question, guys on Instagram and YouTube, is the live lagging now or is it better? I'm very new here. We'll like to learn from scratch. Definitely, Des, you're in the right place. Des, if you go to blendermania3d.com because we're about to end the live stream, go to blendermania3d.com. That's the community where I am, and you could ask me questions, and you could ask others, and you'll see the times. We do these lives every weeknight, my friend. All right. Karen says I'm broke. LOL. No, you just gotta find a ingenious way of getting the ticket. We'll figure out something. All right, guys. Does anyone have any questions? Hey, broke is the you know, where there's a will, there's a way, as they say. Air and water. No, where there's a will, there's a way. I never let money be a dictator of if I wanna do something. Because hey, Karen, we'll find a way to get you there. If there's a will, there's a way, guys. Alright, but yeah, guys, BlendCon LA is happening on April 19th and 20th. I will be there. Some other people will be there. A lot of people will be there. I'll try to live stream a lot of it. It's gonna be fun. If you're going there, say hi. And yeah. All right, guys. Appreciate you all. Hope everyone has a great evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is. Keep on blending. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Ciao for now. Au revoir. See you guys. Ciao. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Karen says, "Are you going? What about a ride?" Yeah, I'm going. Phil is going too. Phil is flying in and I'm picking him up. So, yeah, for the ride, dude, I'll be giving everyone a ride. I live here. But yeah, you can message me, Karen, and we'll see. The only issue is I think they're out of tickets, so I don't know, but we'll check. Maybe someone's selling their tickets. All right, guys, we'll see you on BlenderMania3.com. Ciao for now.